Distinguished Chancellor Dr. Pradeep Kumar Joshi ji, most dynamic, vibrant, excellent Vice Chancellor Dr. Anubhama Misra ji, members of the Board of Management, Academic Council, distinguished guests, faculty members, staff members, recipient of the degree, recipient of the awards, bright students, proud parents, representatives from press and media, ladies and gentlemen. My warm greetings to all of you present here on this momentous occasion of 5th convocation of the esteemed Central Agricultural University, Imphal. First of all, let me extend my heartiest congratulations to each and every student who is going to get the degree after completing your studies. Let me also congratulate Dr. P. Das, who has been awarded the Doctor of Science degree for his outstanding contribution. The accolades of this institution, I am sure, has not come easily, and this is because of the hard and smart work of each and every faculty members and all the staff members of this great institute. This institute really impart a very good education, the true education that ensures absorption of knowledge, accumulation of wisdom, and appreciation of the experience. You know, the faculty members have got a great role to play. They are the people who really ignite the young minds of the students and make them very good citizens of tomorrow. And on this occasion, first of all, let me extend my heartiest congratulations to each and every faculty members and staff members of this great institute. Located in a region often referred to as gateway to Southeast Asia, this part of country, India, is celebrated for its deep historical and cultural ties, breathtaking natural beauty, and its unique position at the convergence of Indo-Malayan, Indo-Chinese, Indo-biographical realms, including the renowned Indo-Myanmar biodiversity hotspot. I understand the Central Agricultural University extends its presence across 7 states in Northeast and India. Within the Eastern Himalayan hill region, which spans altitude from 136 to 7,000 meters. These states also share international boundaries with 5 countries: China, Myanmar, Bhutan, Nepal, and Bangladesh. I am extremely grateful to the Vice Chancellor and Chancellor of the University for my presence today on this very happy occasion of the graduating students. You know, the stars of today's functions are the students who are receiving their degree. Let me once again take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you, specifically for those who came and received the gold medal. And apart from your hard work, dear friends, no doubt you have put a lot of labor to receive this degree, but you should understand you got the degree, what you are receiving today. Really, lot of credit should go to your parents. All parents are not economically good, but every parents are having great heart to see their wards as great. On this occasion, let me salute each and every parents for their great sacrifice to see your wards in the present stature. Convocation is one of the most happy occasions in one's life. You all are entering from a happy student life with great maturity, knowledge, and an excellent degree from a great institution to the next phase of life. On this occasion, I wish to reiterate the message of Swami Vivekananda. I quote, "Arise, awake, stop not till the goal is achieved," I unquote. With the knowledge, what you have gained till now, you are going to start serving this country, which has completed 77 years of independence. And the progress what we have made during last 77 years is phenomenal and outstanding. I think youngsters, you may not be knowing, but your parents will be knowing. When this country got independence in 1947, 97.5% people were below the poverty line. You know what was the average life of Indians? Just 32 years. From that 32 years average life, today our average life has gone to something around 72 years. You can understand what type of growth has happened in every field. And at that point of time when we got independence, there were deadly diseases in this country. Today, I think most of the things we have eradicated. And in the food production, I think we have come long way. A country which was importing food, I think when you say the statistics of 97.5%, you will not really understand the gravity of undeveloped states at that time. You know, there were villages, hardly 50% people were only taking food more than one time. Otherwise, people were taking food only one time. That was the status of this country. From that level, we have grown every sector. If you take, I can talk on every sector, it has gone to great level. For example, you take education as a sector. You know, when we got independence, the literacy level in the country was hardly 12% only. You take the primary schools, hardly 2,825 primary schools were only there. Today, that number has gone to 8.4 lakhs. There were no central universities, no IITs, no IIMs in this country. And the first IIT was started very close to your place, IIT Kharagpur. That too, in memory of our great sons of soils, those who are really sacrificing their life for the independence. I don't know how many of you have seen in IIT Kharagpur, the jails. Actually, whenever I go to IIT, I am a proud alumni of that IIT Kharagpur, where I completed my MTech and PhD. Whenever I go to IIT Kharagpur, I go and salute and pray in one place, where our freedom fighters are really sacrificed. Please understand, when you stand in front of the cell, you will understand hardly 1 feet width and 10 centimeter height, only that much area is exposed to outside. And externally full of forest. When somebody is put inside, you know, who was feeding food, who was giving water, God only knows. The independence was received with such a great sacrifice. I don't know whether you have gone to Andaman, those who have gone to Andaman and see the cellular jails, you will understand the tree explaining the history of independence. Actually, when I was seeing for the first time, actually tears were shedding out of my eyes. That is the way the country got independence. And within the country, you know how many princely states were there. Nobody thought that Indians can properly rule this country. But today, we have come a long way. Education, what a phenomenal growth. You take Central University, Agricultural University. I think the facilities are so good, like that IIMs. And I happened to recently go to All India Institute of Medical Science, Delhi. 60,000 permanent employees with so much infrastructure. And we have grown in every sector. You know, when average life, when we talk about at that time of independence, 32 years, the death happened between the age of 25 to 40. Who will be respecting the Indians at that point of time? Imagine today there is a country, imagine a country is having average life of 30 years. Do you think that you will be respecting them? That was the stature of the country. And, you know, the maternal mortality rate, every 1 lakh birth, 2,000 we were losing. Same way, infant mortality rate, every 1,000 birth, almost 27 numbers we were missing, losing. And from that, we have come to a long way. The way COVID was handled, I think I was the director of one of the leading center of ISRO. The way we are handling the COVID, none of the developed countries could match the way we are handling the COVID. That shows the system in the country. Coming to agriculture, I think you all will agree with me. I am not a person having great statistics, but you are the best people. 1950s, 1960s, where we were, hardly 54.92 million tons of food production in 1950. And we were importing food grains. Our villages were really starving for food. From that, today, 250 million plus tons we are producing, and we are a net exporter of food grains. You take the quality of food what we are taking. There was a time just for survival people are taking. Today it is a healthy food. For example, take millet production. We are becoming global leader. Take milk production. Thanks to the great visionaries, we are in world leader. And lot of things are happening in the country. The degrees you receive today are in a discipline of immense national importance. Don't think engineering alone is required, medical alone is required for this country. This country needs every field we have to grow. And agriculture is a field. Horticulture is a field which has to really play a crucial role. Agricultural field should ensure proper healthy food, nutritional security, generating rural development, and enhancing the incomes of large segment of India's population. This demographic strength gives India a dual advantage. Number one, a vast consumer market that drives demand and skilled workforce that powers manufacturing and services. Achieving balance, interplay between demand and supply is essential for rapid economic growth. The idea that a well-nourished nation is a well-developed nation is powerfully captured in time slogan by our Honorable late Prime Minister Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri Ji. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. This was later enriched by the visionary leader, late Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Ji, who added Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Bighan, highlighting the indispensable role of science in national progress. I was in IIT Kharagpur doing my MTech in cryogenic engineering, and I had a lot of friends in the agricultural department. It is not only food production, food storage and its management. At one point of time, whatever we are producing, 50% we are losing. And today, the type of storage system, what we are having is really outstanding. As graduates, postgraduates, and doctorates in agricultural and allied sciences, you will play a pivotal role in realizing the vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047. Research indicates that 1 percentage point growth in agriculture sector is 2 to 3 times more effective in reducing the poverty compared to the same growth in non-agricultural sector. Agriculture growth holds critical importance for India, which supports 17% of the world's human population and 15% of its livestock on just 2.44% of global land area. Today, India ranks among the top 5 producers of several key commodities, including rice, wheat, maize, horticultural crops, pulses, oil seeds, and cash crops. However, despite these gains, a candid comparison with other countries, India's strategic neighbors and a major player in the global agriculture reveals important insights and areas for future growth. I was in an important committee in Delhi. Few days back, we were discussing a project for potato growth in potato research and its growth in Agra. And I was really noticing, per hectare, North America produces something around 45 tons, and we are producing just 20 tons. I put the question, what is required to improve on this? Actually, we have to work smart way. The research, fundamental research should go in all the areas. Agriculture is not a simple area. Really fundamental research has to happen. Then the food production per hectare in every area will improve. Dear friends, surely, before we celebrate 100 years of independence, I don't have any doubt in every field we will become masters. Every field will become outstanding contributors. You know, the convocation is one of the best time in one's life. But generally, on the convocation day, I was also a student, sometime back sitting like you for receiving the degree. On the convocation day, generally students don't like two parts of the convocation. Number one, the VC coming and giving the account of the achievement of the institute. Really, you will get bored. Second thing, guest of honor or chief guest like me coming and talking, we will pump a lot of advice you don't like. It is a fact, but then people like me with great experience, when they come, really, they will share a lot of their experience. Dear friends, on this important day of your life, let me share few of my thoughts. Number one, you know, what the degree, what you are receiving today, you should just think for a couple of minutes, the degree belongs to whom? Yes, no doubt, you have put your labor, you have put your hard work, smart work, you deserve. Is it you alone? Answer is big no. It is your parents, your school teachers, your faculty members of this institute, the citizens of this society, the taxpayers, the villages where you belong. In fact, I want to tell my own village. When I was studying 9th standard, the temple festival was already declared. The moment our exams were announced, the villages postponed the festival. They contribute in a different way. So many people are responsible for the degree. Is it not your responsibility to give back to the society? It is your responsibility to give back to the society when you get a proper job and when you grow in the professional career. Dear friends, learning should be a continuous process. A graduate who pass out today, don't read tomorrow, will not be considered as a educated person day after tomorrow. I totally agree with this. When you pass out, what we know is very little. If I take, in Tamil, there is a saying, I quote, Kattadu kai mannalavu, kalladadu ulagalavu. Meaning is, what we learned is equal to handful of sand. What you don't know is equivalent to universe. It is fact. You will understand. So learning must be a continuous process. Great Dr. Radhakrishnan, the former president and a great scholar, he has told, I quote, the habit of reading, I quote, the habit of reading is one of the greatest resources of mankind, I unquote. Work hard and earn your happiness. There is no substitute for hard work and smart work. You know, I have read the autobiography of APJ Abdul Kalam. There is a statement which really touched me. I quote, the total commitment is the pivotal quality for those who want to reach the very top of their profession. I unquote. Probably, I don't know how many of you really get a feeling of total commitment, because it is an English word. You should really understand the total commitment. Unless you have the total commitment, one cannot reach the highest profession. Develop inner strength of character. Dream, aim for greater things. Dreaming is not the one what you really while sleeping. You should really dream, aim and reach to greater heights. Dreams are powerful tools of an individual to achieve greater goals. Be imaginative, innovative and creative. A person who uses his imagination and creativity will overpower the one who has more resources. Self-confidence and self-motivation is another important. I will be doing everything. I can achieve anything. That confidence should be there. Yes, this country will become a developed country. That confidence should be there. Once you have that confidence, the country will become a developed country. Teamwork. Yes. When you talk about organizations like ISRO, Organization Agriculture Department, it is not individuals' work which matters. It is the teamwork which matters. So you should know how to work in the team. Dear friends, I can give lot of advice. I don't want to dwell further. Above all, what is required is a noble leadership quality. You should be growing as a good human being. That is very, very important. One can be excellent academically, but if he is not a good human being, there is no use of academic talent for the society. So one should be growing as a noble leader with noble leadership qualities. Initially, I thought I will not talk much about ISRO programs. But then, being the Secretary Department of Space and Chairman ISRO and Chairman Space Commission, it is also my responsibility to explain you something about Department of Space. This is only a sample to say that how after independence a department has grown and contributing to the society. You know, when we got 1947, we were not having any space program. In the country, the entire space activity was initiated only in the year 1972. Rather 1962. And 1967, November 20th, we had our first tiny indigenous rocket, which was just 1 meter height rocket. It was in the year 1969, August 15th, Indian space program was formed. You know, 1969 was a historical year. I don't know, most of you may be knowing. 1969, Neil Armstrong has landed on the moon and has come back safely. That is the time we are starting the Indian space program is formed. And 1961, Yuri Gagarin has gone to space and come back safely. And we were truly 70 years behind advanced countries. At that point of time, we were moving our small rockets. We were not having any four-wheelers. We were moving in bicycles, old bicycles, tying in more bicycles, and we were moving. And 1975 time frame, we were not having any satellite technology in the country. And Sarabhai, a visionary leader, strongly felt that advanced technology, space technology, can be used for the common man's development for this country. And we were just 70 years behind the advanced countries when we started the space program. Today, dear friends, to our credit, from India, 4,000 sounding rockets are lifted off from India. And 6 generations of launch vehicles we have developed. The difference between a launch vehicle and Deepavali rocket is small difference. Deepavali rockets, when you fire, it will go wherever it wants. Whereas the launch vehicle, when you operate, it should go wherever we want. That is the only difference. For that only we all are working years after years. We have developed 6 generations of launch vehicle. First launch vehicle mission was done in the year 1979. The project director was none other than APJ Abdul Kalam. That could not be successful. It was in the year 1980, we had the second mission and we successfully accomplished. And India has joined the elite group of 5 more nations having the capability to place satellite in the orbit. From that, gradually we have moved. This year, January 29th was a historical day for us. In fact, I took over as the Secretary Department of Space after serving 41 years on January 13th. January 29th, we had the 100th launch. And the 100th launch was perfectly done, and we have written golden letters in Indian history. The 100th launch was a grand successful launch. And in the area of satellite, 1975, we had the first satellite, Aryabhatta. That was purely built with the support of foreign country. And we launched with a foreign satellite, foreign launch vehicle. From that till today, we have conceived and built 131 satellites of various types, various capabilities. And the heaviest being the GSAT-11 with 6,000 kg high throughput satellite. And we are placed in the orbit. A country which was not having satellite technology. When Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji took over as the Prime Minister of this country, we have built a satellite for South Asian countries. We conceived, built and launched and today we have donated to the countries. That shows the growth of the country. And currently, America and India has built a satellite called NISR satellite, NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar satellite. It is going to be used for this, the costliest satellite ever built in the world. And Honorable Prime Minister standing in America declaring that India and USA has built a satellite together. That satellite is going to be launched by our launch vehicle. What a proud moment it is, standing in America declaring. Dear friends, from bullock cart era and bicycle era, we have come a long way. We are building a G20 satellite for G20 countries for studying the climate, air pollution, weather monitoring. We are building a satellite. In that satellite, 50% payload is Indian payload. Satellite is going to be built by us, and remaining payload is coming from 20 countries. And we are going to launch, and we are going to be a world leader donating the satellite for G20 countries, and a significant progress. A country which was moving rocket parts in bullock cart, moving rocket parts in bicycle and satellite parts in bullock cart. Today, to our credit, 433 satellites of 34 countries are lifted off from India and we are placed in orbit. That is the status of the country. 1975, the country was not believing that space technology can yield results. And we had a site experiment. 2,400 television sets were kept in 2,400 villages. And the signal from ATS-6 USA satellite was communicated through the satellite, through the television sets. And we could demonstrate to the country that mass communication can happen through this program. And from that, today, if you see the application, all these satellites and rockets are for what? We are serving the common man of this country in tele-education, television broadcasting, telemedicine, weather forecasting, agriculture sector, food security, water security, strategic area. We are having our neighbors, you all know, I need not explain. If we have to ensure safety of this country, we have to really serve through the satellite. We have to monitor the entire 7,500 kilometer seashore area, we have to monitor. And the entire northern part, we have to monitor continuously. Without satellite technology, without drone technology, we cannot achieve that. Today, I am happy to inform that at least 10 satellites are continuously working, 24/7 working for the strategic purpose to ensure safety and security of the citizens of this country. And disaster warning and mitigation. Very easy to say this bad. When there was a time, 10 years back, disaster happens, thousands of our citizens we used to lose. But today that is not the case. Well in advance we understand, we inform, and we mitigate lot of things. Warning also we give, and lot of things. Please understand, please carefully hear. A country which was 70 years behind the advanced countries. Today, 9 places we are number 1 in the world. 9 places. Chandrayaan 1, you all know that was the first interplanetary mission. Chandrayaan 1 is the one which found water molecule on the moon. And India is the first country which found water molecule on the moon and made every Indian proud. We have got Chandrayaan 2. There is an orbiter rotating in the moon surface. We designed that for 1 year. Today that is working for 6 years. Another 2 years it will work. It is having a camera called on-orbiter high-resolution camera. The best camera available in the moon surface with 32 centimeter resolution, and next camera is only 50 centimeter resolution. The best camera belongs to Indians, and that is developed by Indians. August 23, 2023 is a historical day. The Chandrayaan 3 was rotating with a velocity of 6,077 km per hour. It was brought to rest in 19 minutes, and we soft landed near the south pole of moon. And India is the only country, first country soft landed near South Pole of Moon, and our flag is flying high. You know, I still remember we were working in Tumba, Trivandrum. Every time we are all toppers. In fact, I was the topper in IIT Kharagpur in cryogenic engineering. And we were discussing, every time you are getting second rank, third rank, when to get first rank. A decision was taken. At that point of time, Russia has placed through a single rocket 37 satellites. We decided we will put 100 satellites. You know, placing 100 satellites is very easy, but it should not hit each other, collide each other. Dear friends, it is history. India is the first country which placed more than 100 satellites, 104 satellites through a single rocket and made history, and we were keeping that record for years. You know, to take satellite to the orbit, we need propulsion system. Propulsion system is nothing but like car engines. But car engines on Imphal, this road, what will be the maximum velocity? Maybe 80 to 100 km per hour. But to place a Chandrayaan 3, we have to give 37,000 km per hour velocity we have to give. And we need to have different types of propulsion systems. One is called a cryogenic rocket engine, where we use liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. This technology, if it is not there, we cannot have meaningful space program. And I passed out MTech in 1990, 88, 89, 90. I am joining the department. This technology was denied to India by advanced countries. Knowingly, it cannot be used for missile purpose. Unfortunately, people brought MTCR class and the technology was denied to India. And we have developed, dear friends, to our credit, a technology which was denied. 3 propulsion systems we have made, developed 3 propulsion systems, and India is one among 6 countries having that capability today. It is not only we have developed, I want to share important thing. You know, Mark 3 rocket, which took Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 3 to orbit. The upper stage is a cryogenic stage, which is totally conceived and built by Indians. In fact, the day one what was made, I am having slides in my cupboard. And towards the end, after a couple of project directors, for 5 years I was the project director, I was also the development chief. I had lot of toppers in my team. We set targets, we should make world record. A technology which was denied to India, we should make world record. Today I want to tell, in the development, we have got 3 world records. It is not that we have developed, we have got 3 world records. Number 1, we have made only 3 engines and successfully accomplished the mission. Advanced countries, average, they make 6 engines, then only they make the success. We have made 3 engines and people have made 4 to 10 engines, and we are having first world record there. Second thing, from the engine test to flight, advanced countries have taken 34 months to 10 years. When I was the project director, we put a target, we will make it in 24 months. The entire world was ridiculing us. In fact, I still remember when I made a proposal and presented in the international forum, people are asking a question, are you joking in this forum? And it is history. Today, in 28 months, we have completed the mission, and India became first country in top rank with 28 months. No other country has done. Other country has taken 6 months, 6 years average. Minimum is 34 months. Maximum is 10 years. We have to do a testing. 5,000 kg of liquid hydrogen, 20,000 kg of liquid oxygen. You know, hydrogen, if you handle properly, it will work as a fuel. If you don't handle it, it will explode. We have to test in a 1100 crore facility. Generally, people take 10 months doing experiment, then only they authorize the test. We decided this country, we cannot spend lot of money, we cannot waste lot of time. We will do digital simulation. In fact, my MTech thesis and PhD thesis is in the digital simulation only. We will do lot of digital simulation. With minimum expenditure, we will go for the test. And today it is history. We have completed the test in 34 days. And advanced countries have taken 68 days to 10 months, and we have made the 3rd world record. A technology which was denied to India, we have made world record. January 16th this year, another historical achievement. You know, two satellites rotating the orbit with 28,400 kilometers per hour. You know, docking. How many of you know? Imagine two cars are going in Imphal road with 100 kilometers per hour. Without hitting each other, you have to go and soft dock. You can understand what type of difficulty it is. Here, two satellites are rotating with 28,000 kilometers per hour. And using a set of cameras, algorithms, everything, we have to dock. On 16th January, we had the successful docking of two satellites, and India becoming one among 4 countries having that technology with us today. And this is going to be useful for years to come. We have built a satellite for studying sun. You know how many countries are having that capability? Only 4 countries in the world, including India. We placed the satellite in the orbit, and we have collected the sun data. So much data is collected and distributed among the people. And we are one among 4 countries having the capability. Another important mission, Red Planet mission, Mars Orbiter mission. You have to travel 68 crore kilometers. How much? 68 crore kilometers. When you travel, imagine small deviation happens, where we will go. And we have traveled, we have restarted an engine after 297 days. We have accomplished the mission. Till today, India is the only country which has successfully accomplished a Red Planet mission in the first attempt. No other country in the world could do it. Not only that, Honorable Prime Minister only did a calculation. Total money spent, when you calculate per kilometer, whatever we have spent is less than the money required for auto fare. That is the low-cost mission we have accomplished, and our flag is flying high. And today, India is becoming really a vibrant space power. We are not in the bullock cart era. From that era, we have come a long way. We are not in the bicycle era, a country which was tying the rocket in the bicycle. Today, we are going to take our own human being to space. We are working towards that. First uncrewed mission is getting built in Sriharikota. If you people come, you can see. And this year we are going to make the uncrewed mission, and 3 more and 2 more uncrewed mission. Then we are going to send our own human being, own brother or sister to space and bring them back safely. We are working towards that program. We are going to build our own space station. By 2040, India will have its own space station. 52-ton mass has to be lifted to build the space station. And the first module will be lifted in 2028. We are building a heavy lift launcher. The first rocket, what was developed in 1979, capability was only 35 kg to low Earth orbit. Right now, we are working for a rocket which will take 30,000 kg to low Earth orbit, called NGLV. Right now, Honorable Prime Minister has given a direction to take Indian to moon, land safely and bring them back safely. Towards that, we are trying to build a rocket which is 30-story building height. We are going to build a rocket. This is in the development. And importantly, when Chandrayaan 2 had a setback, in just 1 month time, we could complete the analysis, develop all the recommendations, 100 plus recommendations, and we have given the 1100-page report, and we have succeeded Chandrayaan 3. And all these things are because of the teamwork. Dear friends, when you take agricultural area, our contributions are significant. Over the years, our remote sensing satellites have done forecasted vegetation cover, crop inventory, soil assessment, drought, flood monitoring, and with great precision. Groundwater mapping is yet another success rate. You know, potential fishery zone. By pinpointing the potential fishery zone and informing our people, we get 6 times more fish. And the cost is coming down. Through that alone, approximately 30,000 crore per year is the profit alone is 30,000 crore. And Government of India budget to space is 15,000 crore. And northeastern state, really we are doing great service. Very recently, one thing we have done, 800 students from all the 8 states are selected, and 100 of them, week before last week, they were brought and trained in ISRO facilities in Bangalore. And we are going to continue this so that you will get the exposure for this space program. And lot of things are happening for Northeastern. 3,000 spacecraft internet connectivity is given, and horticulture area, we have located something around 18,000 hectare area is located across 52 districts. And flood warning, disaster related mitigation, lot of things we are serving for Northeastern area also. What I like with the Northeastern area is it's a fantastic area, but then we have to develop the entire society and the inclusive growth has to happen. Now, dear friends, I think I am already exceeding my time limit. Before I conclude, I was impressed on the stage by two things. Number one, the strategy for $30 trillion US economy. Let me salute the entire team which has brought out that document. It's an outstanding document. And skill sets on agriculture and allied sciences. I think this should be done. We are doing for space. This should be done by everybody. Let me thank the entire team. Not only VC, starting from the lowermost person who has made the gyroscope to the topmost person for that outstanding contribution. Dear graduates, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam used to say, I quote, "You should always be righteous in the heart, which leads to beauty in the character. Beauty in the character brings harmony in the home. Harmony in the home leads to order in the nation, and the order in the nation leads to peace in the world." I unquote. You know, the most happiest thing is seeing your parents happy and knowing that you are the reason behind that. Today you are passing out. Please take care of the parents and your family. Have a balanced life within personal and professional life. I know this country will become developed country. In fact, I asked your VC, in his opinion, when it will become. He told 2035. My assessment is by 2040, 2042 time frame. Space is going to contribute heavily. We are going to be in par with any other country in terms of launcher, in terms of satellite, in terms of application, in terms of ground segment. We are going to be in par by 2040. And every area we are going to be in par. And this country will become a developed country. With one example, let me stop my convocation address. You know, Honorable Prime Minister, after taking over as the Prime Minister of this country, Modi ji, he was in UK. I don't know. You can Google it and some of you would have heard. That was his first trip to UK. And it was midnight, Indian midnight, night 1:15. Honorable Prime Minister along with UK Prime Minister, they were addressing the public. And UK Prime Minister coming and addressing the public. Almost lakhs of people were sitting there. He was praising India, our growth in software development, our growth in agricultural area, so many areas he was talking. At the end, he made a statement. I want to quote that. I quote, "The days are not far away. The days are not far away for a Indian-born UK citizen to become the Prime Minister of this country." I unquote. You know what is the history. And a country which was having 97.5% people below poverty line. Today we have superseded some of the developed countries. We have come economically fifth status. Dear friends, when you pass out, you are having a lot of opportunities. You have got the great role to play to contribute for making this country as a developed country. On this occasion, let me once again wish each and every one of you for your happy, healthy, personal and professional life. Let me also pray the Almighty to shower the blessing on this institute to go to much higher stature and contribute for making this country as a developed country. With that, may God bless all of you. Thank you. Jai Hind.